And we're live.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Take 3 live show. I am not Evan DeGraff. I am Matthew Kearns, as you guys know.
Oh my god!
Evan DeGraff is away right now, but
Evan,
don't
what happened to
worry.
you?
I don't know what happened to Evan.
Evan got a lot bigger. Oh, this thing. What the hell?
All right. So Evan is not here. Chris is not here, but don't worry. We are going to have a great show for you. We are going to be talking about the movie news and box office, of course. We're going to be playing a little 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. And the biggie, we're going to be doing a Spider-Man Homecoming spoiler talk. So if you haven't seen Homecoming, don't worry. We'll tell you that way you can get up. But let me introduce the lovely panel we have today. First up, we have the lovely Kristen Smith. How are you doing tonight?
Great, thanks for asking. I'm ready to burn this place down while everyone's out of the video.
We also have a pleasant guest. He's been on a couple of things on Take 3. It's Manning Franks. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, guys. Thanks for having me. I've been in a couple of things. You might know me from here and there. I don't know. I seem to be a random face you just see.
And as always, we have our Dutch movie guy, Kees Cornelisa. Kees, how are you doing tonight?
Oh fuck! I'm here with you bitches. No, I'm just kidding.
He's doing that well tonight, guys. He's doing that well.
Yeah,
Great way to start the show.
I'm doing great. I don't fucking care. Let's get into the movie news. Why not, right? So yeah, just kidding. We've got some movie news as usual. That's my thing. That's what I do. So let's get into the first news story. Apparently, Wonder Woman is the best holding superhero movie at the box office in a long time. It's been having really small drops. It's grossed like over 750 million, almost 800 million. It's going to gross like 800 million this weekend. It's nuts. Wonder Woman is doing so well at the box office. It's on track with that. It's going to gross Batman v Superman, which is insane. Seriously. As the DCU fan, I wonder what are your thoughts on this?
No, I mean this just makes sense because Wonder Woman. I might be more of a fan of Man of Steel, but I can't deny that Wonder Woman is the best made of the DCEU, and it's a really great and accessible comic book movie for general audience, and I think that's why people have been finding themselves going back, and it's just a good movie. It's a really good time. It's a movie that I've been recommending to a lot of people who maybe were so on this movie. I think it's getting more than just a comic book audience, for sure. So I'm happy with this news.
Indeed. What are your thoughts on the news?
I'm thrilled. I couldn't be more thrilled. And Kearns made a very interesting point, a very correct point. He said the word accessible. This movie is definitely the most accessible out of all the DCEU movies that have happened and have come before. Sorry, Suicide Squad and the rest of them, and sorry, Man of Steel. You were very divisive. I'll say it at that. But Wonder Woman has been a movie that you just want to go see over and over again, and I couldn't be happier because it is one of my favorite films of this year so far. And that's coming from a guy who hasn't liked the DCU movie ever for that. And I'm just in love with what they managed to do with this character. And it's type of and basically this kind of also signals a way in for, female superhero to come, and I couldn't be more excited for that.
That's good indeed. To be fair, though, I will say that I think Man of Steel is a better made movie. Still do not really get why people hate Man of Steel that much and why people do love Wonder Woman. Simply because I didn't love Wonder Woman. I think it was good. I liked it, but I didn't love it. But anyway, as the only female on this panel, Kristen, what are your thoughts on Woman being such a successful movie?
I'm obviously very excited about this. I've been following the box office on this for basically since it opened.
Can't speak.
Can't speak. I'm so excited. No, I've been following just the tracking on this since it opened, and it keeps breaking all these records, and it keeps doing very well. And I think that's just exciting from liking DC. in general. Finally, a movie that's doing well in their EU. But more exciting just because of the whole female thing. Like having a really well-performing female-directed movie like this is really awesome, and hopefully will inspire more female filmmakers to come out and really try to break into this industry, because it's just really cool to see happening right now.
That's true. Yeah, I do wonder. When will we first see a Catherine Bigelow directed superhero movie? What do you guys reckon is the chance on that one? Anyone?
I don't know. To me, she doesn't strike me as someone who would do a superhero
No.
movie.
I
Yeah,
I think
don't
she
know.
could, but I don't know.
If she did a superhero movie, it would be her superhero movie. There wouldn't be much on her part, I would think, studio interference, because that's probably why Ava DuVernay left Black Panther. She's like, nah, too much studio interference in this part. So maybe that's depends on Catherine Bigelow, maybe how much control she wants to give up.
Yeah, I mean I guess if they tried to do like a very realistic type take on it, I could see it maybe, but it would have to be a very specific movie, I think, to get her on board.
All right. Just throwing that idea out there because I thought the idea could be interesting, perhaps. Also do wonder if we get a female directed Star Wars movie, but that's a discussion for another time. Anyway, next news story: The Darkest Hour is a movie that is coming up, and a trailer dropped, and Gary Oldman is playing Winston Churchill. Seriously, when I first saw pictures of this movie, I was like, "Is that Gary Oldman?"
Yeah.
I honestly had a hard time figuring out that was Gary Oldman. I mean, I've seen Gary Oldman in a lot of movies, but that's Gary Oldman? And then I see the trailer, and I'm like, wait, that really is Gary Oldman? Like, what the fuck? I mean, the guy looks nothing like Gary Oldman. He looks so much like Winston Churchill. Even his accent is really gone. The guy is such a phenomenal actor. I hope by everything that this finally the Oscar he very, very, very much deserves. I wonder, Manny, you're very excited about this. What do you think about it?
I am super excited. It's in my top 5 of the year. I'm a huge Joe Wright fan, who's the director of this, because I'm a sucker for Pride and Prejudice, as well as Atonement. Yes, I love those films.
It's a good choice.
They make me cry. They make me cry. But I'm a fan of what he's done. Pan aside, which I did not see, which he directed. Yeah.
Oh, don't ever see that movie.
Okay, good. I saw the Smells Like Teen Spirit thing, and nope, nothing else is fun, and nothing else. But anyway, seeing Gary Oldman doing this, I saw the picture, like, that can't be Gary Oldman. What is this wax figure over here of Winston Churchill? But then I heard his voice in the trailer, like, okay, I can hear Gary Oldman, but I see Winston Churchill. I see him, and he embodied him, and I'm just waiting for that Oscar because Lord knows that man. That man deserves it. He is an underrated actor, and he needs that. Doesn't need it, but it'd be nice.
It'd be very nice. I mean, the guy has done so many movies, so yeah, an Oscar. God damn it, can we give it? Just give it to him. just have it to him already. Don't even just give it. Anyway, Kristen, your thoughts?
I am very excited about this movie. I think he does need this Oscar. Like, it's not even funny. He's one of the most talented character actors living, and he needs this Oscar. Like, the articles that I've been reading about this movie are the total transformation into Winston Churchill was like 200 hours of sitting in a chair and getting makeup on and putting on prosthetics, like a long, long time to put on makeup. And,
so was that all makeup, or did he put on the weight too?
No, it's prosthetics. And
Holy cow!
He's like wearing prosthetics that are like half his body weight in this movie. And so when you're watching this trailer, it looks very natural.
It does.
I mean, you cannot tell that these are all prosthetics. And the way he can act through all that stuff is amazing. I cannot wait for this movie. I was not hyped for this movie until I saw this trailer. I cannot wait for this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I do wonder, Matt, what are your thoughts? Did you see the trailer?
I didn't see the trailer, but I have seen the images for this movie, and yeah, God, Gary Oldman, like, this is the wonder of movie magic that we live in, that they can do this to actors and they can just make them look completely different. I mean, I know I have to check out the trailer, but just I hearing about this
Okay.
movie and everything, it is something that I'm interested in, and I think it's definitely something I'm going to be checking out.
Indeed. All right, now I have to pull up my notes. The Darkest Hour, what are we talking about? Oh, right. Yeah, there's this little event. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Might have slipped on your radars. It's this weekend. It's D23, of course. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Of course we have to talk about this. So, actually, some news dropped, and I'm not entirely sure. It was something about The Incredibles. I just saw it in the chat a few minutes ago. I'm not really sure about this, but I saw Kristen type about it. Kristen, what is it exactly?
Oh, okay. So the Incredibles news that came out basically was just saying that it's going to start pretty much like right after the first movie ended. And so I think there was a lot of speculation that this was going to be like a time jump and we'd be able to see the kids a little more grown up and see like what their
But it's
powers
not.
had gone to. But it's not. It's going to be maybe not directly after the film ends, but in that same time frame. They also said
like Kees.
they also said there's going to be more of a focus on Mrs. Incredible in this movie as opposed to Mr. Incredible. So they're kind of shifting the perspective of the movie. And then there's going to be a lot more information about Jack Jack in the movie as well. So I'm excited about all those things, but I think I would prefer the time jump because I think it would be interesting to see the dynamic of, you know, what the world has kind of grown into and how they grow into their powers. And I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but I'm still excited to see what they're going to do with it.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm too. That actually sounds like pretty good news. I mean, it's not anything that I'm like, oh no, they should not do that. It's like all of the things you said, yeah, they should probably do that. We'll probably make a good movie. I want to see a trailer. It's coming out next year around this time. It's like, give a trailer already. We can have that, right? You can do that, right?
Nice.
I mean,
We deserve it.
Yeah, we deserve it. I mean,
deserve it after
I'm,
waiting.
I'm an
We've been good
I'm an
people.
entitled fan. I don't do it right now. God damn it. Anyway, Matt, you like The Incredibles, I assume?
Oh yeah, I love one of my favorite Pixar movies. I'm kind of on the same thought line as Kristen. I was kind of hoping there would be a time jump. I was really interested in seeing where these characters would be if they did it in real time. Like, what would it be like? What would the world be like? Because at the end of the first movie, superheroes
14
are
years after the first one.
Yeah, you know, what is the world like 14 years after superheroes are back? It'd be really interesting. We get to see, okay, what is the character of Jack Jack? Because he had no character in the first movie. He was a baby.
Well,
Is
yeah,
he
that's
more like
the
Riley? Is he
thing.
more like Dash? You know, that's just me. I'd be interested in that. I'm not complaining. I'm sure Brad has reasons for doing this, but I would have preferred the time jump personally.
Yeah, if you would have the time jump, I think that Violet would be like 28 or something.
Yeah.
Dash would be like 23 or something, and Jack Jack would be like 15. So that would make for a very weird dynamic, to
That would
be
be
honest.
very interesting.
It'd be new.
Yeah, so I do think that not doing it real time is what they like doing what they're doing now is better than actually doing the time jump. But Manny, your thoughts on this?
I'm getting an incredible sequel, so I can't complain. I've been waiting for this forever. So, and I know that Brad Bird has the fact that he came back now, I know he has a good idea, and I'm going to trust him. But man, is it a missed opportunity to just being able to tell a story with these future characters when they've been through so much after all these years? Because now we kind of know where they are right after the end of The Incredibles. They're fighting the Underminer. They're together back as a family, and just makes for, you know, kind of an interesting start, at least, of how we're going to go. I'm hoping the theory is like it starts there for the first prologue, like how the first Incredibles did, and then it jumps some years into the future, like, after, like, an aftermath. I mean, that's wishful thinking, but, I'm happy either way. Incredibles 2 has been something that I've been wanting more than maybe Cars 2 and Monsters University. And Story. I've wanted this one out of anything else, besides the Toy Story 3, which I finally got.
That's true. To be fair, though, who the fuck was waiting for Cars 2 or Monsters U? Like, really?
Pixar's paycheck was.
Those were the ones that needed, like, no. I mean, Finding Dory was probably the best out of all of them, but still not the biggest fan of that movie. And I'm also one of the people that did not like Toy Story 3. I know. Let's not talk about that. Actually, funny thing, I saw that episode today, so it's really fresh in my mind. But anyway, other D23 stuff. What are you guys looking forward to, Matt? What are you looking forward to?
Like out of D23?
Yeah.
Man, that's a difficult question. I mean, Star
Wars, Marvel, God. Be creative.
I would love for them to. I was hoping it would have happened Celebration. I would love for them to bring Ewan McGregor out and announce the next spin-off movie is going to be Obi-Wan standalone.
In the desert.
That's what I would love. I would love that. I saw that fan-made trailer of it that they used over clips, and give me that movie, please.
All right, Manning, your thoughts? What is going to be the big news out of D23?
Oh, gonna be the big news out of D23? Like,
yeah, just anything.
Oh, jeez. What I'm actually super excited for is the Wreck-It Ralph sequel that we're finally getting, and we've got some news on. I mean, I could talk about Star Wars, but that's the expected
Obvious
answer. But
one.
I'm gonna go out of the way and actually see Wreck-It Ralph 2. We've got some information regarding what they're gonna be doing. I haven't read into it too much yet because we just got on here, but from what we're getting, we're already getting information. Whether it's a trailer, I don't know. But the biggest thing coming out of it could probably be either, if not Star Wars related, a new trailer regarding one of Disney's upcoming original animated movies. That's always exciting to see, because Marvel is not. It's going to like drop their trailer at Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen, are you looking forward to anything else besides Star Wars, or is it just Star Wars that?
Star Wars is always awesome. If they did announce an Obi-Wan standalone, I would lose my shit. Give me Ian McGregor. I don't care how you
just give her Ian McGregor. Just give her.
Yes, please. That'd be great.
Put a package and send it.
In a movie, okay. But no, that'd be awesome. I think they're probably also going to talk about their live action adaptions, which I'm interested in. I'm not sure I'm excited about them yet because we haven't seen or heard anything about them. But I'm interested in seeing kind of what comes out of D23 about their live action Disney movies. And then I'm hoping we get a trailer for A Wrinkle in Time, or at least a teaser, because I loved these books when I was young, and I am really, really looking forward to this movie. And Ava DuVernay's just fantastic, and I cannot wait to see what this movie starts looking like, because it sounds like it's going to be awesome.
To add quickly onto that, I know Ava DuVernay, I'm not sure if it was her or if it was the official site of the Wrinkle in Time, but they said they're going to drop, I'm not sure if it's a teaser or a trailer tomorrow, so we're going to get something, and I am super pumped for that, because I love those books as well, too. So
I'm interested in that, because that was the book that like my teacher always talked about that we should read, and I never read it. So
it's really interesting.
If I see the movie, I'll want to read the book.
Okay, and I'm the odd one out, and I never heard of this thing. But I trust you guys on this, and I'll see whatever the hell they drop tomorrow. And look, I'm wearing a certain shirt today. Yes, of course. It's D23, so fuck you. Yes, of course I'm looking forward to something Star Wars. Are you kidding me? Han Solo, Last Jedi, just give me something. I want to see it. I mean, Han Solo is dropping in like 9 months. Give us a goddamn trailer already. just give it.
Oh,
I'm
you're
once
not gonna-
I'm once
I'm
again
gonna-
I'm once again the entitled prick fanboy that needs a trailer right now because that's me, and just deal with it. Or else I just want Last Jedi trailer because I'm once again a prick fanboy and give me the goddamn already. God damn it! I want my Last Jedi trailer. I cannot wait
He
for my
flusteredly says.
So in the chat, Tim also says he wants stuff about the Last Jedi trailer.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mark says he
Mark.
wants a live-action Delicious Crumb
Mark.
movie, which I'm
Mark,
into.
I don't know
But
about that.
if we did, though, could he talk, or would it just be him making these weird noises next to
No, no, no,
John?
no, no. Because what you don't know is he was actually a genius. He actually went to MIT.
Really?
Like he's really smart.
Space MIT.
Yeah, he just liked to
Space
party. He was actually the real designer of the Death Star. People don't know this.
Oh,
It's all in Legends.
Actually,
It's all in the Legends book.
actually, that was Galen Erso. You're talking about the Legend stuff. That is not canon anymore. I'm sorry,
That's
Matt.
what I'm saying. That like Slash
It was.
he's a genius.
It was Kearns'
case,
Legends.
Case. There's truth in Legends. Who
There's
knows
always
if Galen
a bit
Erso
of-
really built it?
There's always a bit of truth in Legends, but we now have a definitive story according to Callus and Rogue One. So shut up about your stupid Legends. I don't care anymore. I'm sorry, just give you credit for that.
No, you-
By the way, there are some images released for Ready Player One, and I have seen a little bit of them, and they look pretty cool. I still have to read this book. I've heard so much about this book over the last few years, ever since the movie wasn't out. It's like, oh my god, Ready Player One, and it's like, yes, I'll get to it, but I have some Star Wars books to get through first, and I'll get on it eventually.
What?
By the way,
Case reading Star Wars books?
yeah,
That is a shock.
has
What a
any of
twist.
you Ready Player One? Any of you? I wonder.
Red?
No.
No.
Right?
It's currently
know.
sitting in my Audible library. I will get it to
Correct.
eventually.
See, okay, I'm
I'll
not the
get
I'm
to
not
it
the only.
eventually.
I think Ready Player
Oh,
One
that
is like the most popular book that I don't know anyone who has read it. I know a lot of people who say like, "Oh yeah, I hear it's great," or "Oh, I have it on my list to read," and I don't know anyone who's
Yeah,
read
it's like that book that gets on like the New York Times bestseller, but it's like, okay,
Mm.
who's actually read this book? I'm just wondering, who read it?
Someone
it.
has read it.
Someone has to
Someone-
have read it because they're making a movie about it.
I mean,
However,
Spielberg read it.
he
Spielberg
probably
read it.
read it, and he was like, or you know what? Wait, no, maybe he didn't, because he bought the rights to Jurassic Park before the book was even released. So maybe he
Yeah.
didn't. Bought based fully on the idea, so made it.
All right, I have
What a great story!
No, I
we
have
don't read
no,
here.
we
No,
don't
we-
read.
No, no,
We
no.
can
I
talk-
do.
we
I
can
do
talk
read,
about
but
the
just
images.
mean-
Images aren't reading.
exactly.
Comics are
Go-
totally reading, guys.
I watch
Guys,
movies for a
okay,
reason.
so Matt, what are your thoughts on the images? Did you see any of these images?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's difficult because I don't have any clue what the story is. To sort of like, if I knew what the story was, I could. The images might be like, it looks cool. I mean, it's a Steven Spielberg like science fiction movie. I'm into it. I mean, come on.
Of course you are. Manning, your thoughts on the images?
My favorite image was the guy basically doing VR, and I'm like, that's what we're going to be looking like in the future. Just the fact, I love any post-apocalyptic future dystopian things. So give me that, and when it's Spielberg too, yes, please and thank you. But at this point, the images look nice. I'm excited for it. I'll read the book eventually.
Indeed. Kristen, your thoughts on the images?
All right. So, from what I've been reading about the images, it's actually kind of interesting.
Oh, you actually read this about images?
I did.
That-
I read
now
stuff
that's
about the
something.
images,
She read the image.
but I won't read the book. So let's just get that clear.
She'll read the log line of the images, but she will not read.
I'll
the
read the Wikipedia page.
No.
Apparently.
Okay, yeah. You read the Wikipedia page, the full synopsis, the summary, but you won't read the.
Hey guys.
Too much reading. Too much.
Human being. No, too much reading. Okay.
You
Anyway,
were the chosen one. It was said that you would read the book, not skim it.
it's in my
Balance the history, not leave it in darkness. You were our reader, Kristen. We depended on you.
And this is where you say, I hate you.
No, I rate you. A C plus.
Okay. Guys. Okay. So here was the track. We're like here right now.
Steal my material.
Okay,
what just happened?
Focus. Okay, so
Kristen, thoughts on the images and stop rating, please.
from what I've been reading about the images, the book is this: the character is going into this virtual reality to find an Easter egg inside of the virtual reality so that he can inherit some sort of information. Right? It's the synopsis. It's on the back of the book. Okay, settle down. But the images themselves, when people are breaking them apart, they're filled with Easter eggs about the book, about the movie, and so it's kind of interesting that it's like a major plot point, and the whole setup of these images is to kind of highlight that plot point, but also give something back to the fans of the book if they read it. So I think they're really interesting. I think they're kind of good visuals to look at, but for fans who actually have read the books, I think they're getting more deeper information about them.
Right. By the way, I'm replying to Mark Borg's comment on the live chat. I have not started reading Rebel Rising. I'm actually getting through Dark Disciple at this point, but that's off topic. Let's continue on.
Wasn't the entire last conversation though?
Sorry that I once again went off track. All right. Next news story. Matt Reeves, director of War for the Planet of the Apes, is going to rewrite the Batman script. The Batman has been a movie with a lot of news about it, a lot of story points, and a lot of things going on in terms of directing and writing. And now Matt Reeves is just going to rewrite everything. He's going to direct it, of course, as we know. We might not get Joe Manganiello as what's his face? Deathstroke, exactly. Which I don't know what to think of this. Simply because when I heard all the news, all the shit going on earlier this year with the Batman, I was like, okay, this movie can just fill already. Can the DCU just fill? But then Wonder Woman came out, and it was really good. And Justice League, I have hopes for it a bit more now. And then War for the Planet of the Apes came out, which I saw, which I love, and then it's like, oh my god, Matt Reeves can really direct stuff well, and with a little bit of luck, he also writes it well. So I'm actually kind of on board with it again. Really came around on this story right now, but yeah, I'm excited for this. If he can make a good script, if he can direct this movie well, please, yes. I wonder, Matt, your thoughts on this one.
I mean, it's interesting. I haven't seen War for the Planet of the Apes, so I
you haven't seen any of the Planet of the Apes, the new ones.
That's a lie. Okay, the new ones. Yeah, that. Listen, I mean, I still have a slight hope for this movie. I'm hoping that whatever they do, it's for the best. Wonder Woman made me say, okay, they can do this, so I'm just crossing my fingers that whatever they're doing ends up working out in the end.
Right. I wonder, Kristen, your thoughts on this?
I think this is okay. There was so much drama that went down behind the scenes of this movie early on, and I think that taking it back from the start, getting the director on board with the story, getting the story in line with his vision, I think this is a good thing. I mean, we've been all saying since kind of BVS has been, give the director some freedom to make the movies they want to make. Don't interfere so much. Don't write the story before the director can even get into it. And so all of this is pointing at Matt Reeves being able to come in, make the story he wants to make, and hopefully not be interfered with so much that it creates a lot of loose ends and empty plot points. So I'm actually really looking forward to this, and this news does not have me worried one bit.
Yeah, definitely agree on those points. Manning, what do you think about Matt Reeves rewriting everything?
I'm going to be the echo in the case say that, yeah, this is great. This is not unexpected, not surprising, because the man came in on what was for a panicking ship. Whether it was sinking is up for debate, but at this moment, it wasn't actually in good hands. And the fact that he took it and like, okay, let's redo some things. This doesn't fit. You know what? Let's just start over from scratch. Because I know the man wants to do this. He's excited to do this from what we've been talking about. But do we know exactly who's going to be writing it? Is he going to be rewriting it himself? Or is he going to have help from like Jeff Johns as Jeff Johns helped in the last one, or anyone in general?
I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know that it was in the article I was reading about it. Again, I read articles and not books.
First step, one small step.
But yeah, I didn't see if there was anything specifically about who was running the rewrites. It was just that he was going to be very involved in the process.
Well, if that's the case. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kees.
It was one small step for Take 3, one giant leap for Kristen. No. Just
okay.
No, but I also know it's I should put up the movie news. I should prepare that, but I had like 10 minutes to prepare this because I just came home and it's been a long week for me. Yeah. So I'm sorry about my shitty preparations, but yeah, I don't know. I just hope Matt Reeves has a good vision for this.
Yeah,
and it will be all right. So speaking of Matt Reeves, guys, a movie opens this week, and I just want to talk about it because it's so fucking good. It's so fucking amazing. I cannot stress enough how good this movie is. It's War for the Planet of the Apes. Like, everyone go see this movie who hasn't seen it yet, please. Because I just loved it. It was the best of this trilogy. I wonder, anyone on this panel has seen it yet or not? That's a no. Right.
In my defense, I was gonna go see it, but I wanted to wait for my sister, and she's not, because she's a fan, so I have to wait now.
You have to wait. But anticipation levels, please. Tell me. Tell me what you expect of the movie.
I expect greatness. If not on par with Dawn, I expect it to be on par with Dawn at the least. That's probably very bad. I should probably go in with expectations like that's gonna be where it is, and then be blown away. However, I'm looking forward to it because the trailers have been gripping, emotional, and they've taken me on a roller coaster ride, and I haven't even seen the movie yet. And I'm excited to see where Andy Serkis goes with this, where Matt Reeves, where Woody Harrelson goes with this. I just want to see more Maurice because I love Maurice in these films. I don't know why, but that orangutan just makes me happy.
Yeah, that's true. He's a great character indeed. I wonder, Kristen, your thoughts?
Well, if you guys watched the watch along last week, you'll know that I had just watched both movies for the first time during the live watch along.
Indeed,
I'm dumb. And I
that's not entirely true, but a little bit.
Thank you. Thanks.
Compliment. There we go.
They were a gap in my movie knowledge, and I finally watched them, and I'm very glad I did because I freaked the F out when I watched these. They were so good. So my expectations of these, having just seen the first two for the first time last week, is through the roof. I'm trying to temper them and say this one will be as good as Rise, which I thought was good, but felt it had pacing issues near the beginning. And so I'm going in hoping for that. So that if it's not as good as Dawn, which to me felt like one of the best war movies I've seen in years, with apes
on horses,
and tanks. If they can make a war movie that good with stinking apes on horses, Dunkirk better be the best movie in the whole world. No, so I'm very, very excited for this, but I'm trying to reel it in so that I don't overblow it, which everything I've seen so far has not led me to believe that will happen, but I'm very, very excited.
True. I do wonder, Matt, when will you finally get to see this new trilogy of...
When I get around to it.
Do it,
I
Matt.
don't
Do it.
I mean, what?
We'll
do you
get
want
on it.
back to
Do it.
me?
Do it.
Okay. I could say, let's see.
Yeah.
Right now I'm 20, so probably before I'm 80. Gonna give you that.
Start. It's a start.
It's a
Alright.
bold move,
Alright.
Cotton.
It's something. Kind of. Yeah.
I have
sure.
seen Congo with Tim Curry. That's a great movie.
No. No. Watch the stinking movies. I'm telling you to watch
I've
the
seen
movie.
all 5 of the originals.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
me too. But these are very, very good. Watch
Yeah.
them.
Have you seen the 2001 one?
Ugh. Blah.
Me?
Yeah.
Sadly, yes. I saw it at a
Oh.
dentist office when I was a kid. It was a pretty terrible time.
How long were you at the dentist?
I mean, I didn't see the
It was a
whole
long
thing,
time.
but I saw a good amount.
A good amount. You saw enough then.
It's me. It's Mark Wahlberg. And there's all these apes around here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like on a planet of apes. Oh my god.
Roll credits.
What? No. And he does like a rap song, like it's Marky Mark and the Apey Bunch. That's the movie I want to see. Matt
Marky
Reeves
Mark and the
directs
Funky
that.
Bunch. All
I
right,
wanna see
yeah.
that.
Let's do it.
Oh boy! All right, let's move on to the next news story before this thing goes way off rails. Daniel
Oh,
Bragg
before?
apparently. Daniel Bragg apparently is on board for one more Bond movie. There are talks that we are going to see the next Bond movie in 2 years, 2019, and Daniel Bragg will be once again reprising his role as Bond at the age of, I believe, 47 or 48 or something. I don't know. He's way too old for this role. I don't know why he's coming back, and it's like, can we just get Tom Hiddleston or Tom Hardy for this role already? I wonder, Kristen, what's on Daniel Craig coming back?
Daniel Craig's still fine for me. I'm okay with it.
She
Uh,
okay.
I base my opinions on how good the Bond person looks, and he's still looking good. So, no, as long as there's good action and good cars, it doesn't really matter what the Bond film's like. Even the really, really bad Bond films, if there's a good car in there and there's some good action, I'm pretty much sold. So I'm still looking forward to this. I think that Daniel Craig's take on Bond is interesting. Not always great, but none of the Bonds have been 100% in their movies. So yeah, one more. I'm in for one more.
Oh, okay. Counterpoint, Timothy Dalton has been great in both of his movies. All of the other ones, not so much, in my opinion. I know
That's
Matt, you're a big Bond fan. What are your thoughts?
You know, I'm very so on this. Like, I want to see Daniel Craig get redemption because Spectre was, but let's not forget Daniel Craig is the guy who said he would rather slash his hooves than play Bond again. I'm not sure if I want to see this guy in another Bond movie. You know, so yeah, I'm at this point, I'd be more interested in seeing a new Bond recast. I don't care if it's Tom Hardy, Tom Hiddleston, Idris Elba, or some unknown. I don't really care, you know. But I mean, it's a Bond movie, so I'm gonna see it either way.
Tom Hiddleston, Tom Hardy, Tom Hanks, Tom
Just
Cruise,
Tom next door,
Tom and Jerry.
Thomas the Tank Engine. You know,
No, I'm telling you, Mark Wahlberg is the next Bond. Hey, Em, what are you talking about?
No.
Where's the Bond go? Hey,
But
what's
he's gonna
that?
try to do a British accent as well.
Oh
Like a
no!
Boston British.
Hey, what?
Oh,
hey
guys.
guys, Spectre.
Tom Felton. He's free. He's not doing anything.
Hey, that's
Just
not a
naming
bad
famous
idea.
Toms.
Tom
That's what
Holland,
we've been
guys.
doing.
Tom
Tom
Welling.
Holland.
He plays
That's a different
Superman.
movie.
Tom
altogether.
Holland.
Bond
Tom
Jr.
Holland. Hey, Spider-Man,
Bond
and I'm Bond right now. it's like
Hey, Harrison Ford was
Maybe-
Indiana Jones and
maybe
Han
Cody.
Solo.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Or
The rest of the show will be Kristen naming off famous Tom.
Tom's.
That's the new title of this episode. I don't care what it was before.
Welcome to Take 3 Productions show. This is episode 20. We're talking about Tom.
Tom. Just Tom.
Tom.
Just any Tom.
With your
The
host,
guy on the
Tom,
street.
and
Tom
Tom.
today, his name is Tom. Tom for Bond.
Hey, I've got a Tommy gun right here.
I got it. Okay. I'm gonna offer my 2 cents so we can move on before we all die of laughter.
Yes, please.
Is the question now remains whether he's doing this for the artistic sake or doing this for a paycheck? Because after the comments that he made, I'm kind of concerned he's kind of like doing this just because, you know, it's money. And considering how he sleepwalked through Spectre, I'm not sure I really want him to continue to do this, as Kearns was saying. If he really wants to, go ahead. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can offer a redemption arc. Because, you know, not every Bond's movie was a hit. So, you know, they had their hits and misses. So maybe this can be like he end on a high note. But please don't go more after this, Craig. Go do something else.
Yeah, just the one. I think it's some of it. His comments he made right after the filming, and I know the filming was really hard on him, and he was sick a lot of the time, and he was just having a rough time with the filming. So when he came directly off the filming and then had to do press junkets, his reactions were very negative. And so now that he's had time to sit on it, it's been quite a while. Maybe he's rethinking that and tailoring his thoughts. And if they give him a good script like Skyfall or Casino Royale, he'll be golden. If they give him a so-so script like Quantum of Solace or Spectre, So give us another Skyfall.
So if he gets another Skyfall, he would be GoldenEye?
I'm done. Bye, guys.
All right. And that's the end of the live show. Friends. Thanks for joining
Move on
us.
to our next segment, which is box office predictions, guys. Because that terrible pun needs. Jeez. Okay, we need to punish Matt because Matt sucks at box office predictions. Matt sucks at box office predictions, and I'm gonna make him go first. So, Matt, your box office predictions for this weekend, go.
Well, I didn't know it was coming first. Give me a second here. All right. So, my box office at number 5, I have Big Stick. This is
Big Stick.
A lot of what? What are we? 5?
Yes.
Have you met us?
Oh my god.
Tom and the Big Stick.
This is what I'm working with.
Continue, the Big Stick.
This is getting a lot of good press. It seems like it's a funny movie, so. Number 4, I have Baby Driver. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm going to try and see the movie, hopefully soon. Number 3, I have Despicable Me 3. This is one of the only children films out right now. When I went to the theater today, I saw like groups of kids and parents going to see this movie, so there's still a market for it. At number 2, I have Spider-Man Homecoming. This has been getting great reviews. I think, as in most cases, you're going to see a drop, but still it's going to hold it. And then number 1, I have War for the Planet of the Apes. The last 2 have been really successful. People really love this franchise, so I think they're going to go out and support it. And I think I see War making... I always suck at doing this part. I'll say 90 million. I'm probably lowballing it, but I suck at it. So
you may actually be a little bit high on that,
Yeah.
but all right, we'll see how it goes. Ming, what are your predictions?
Actually, mine's not too far. It's a little bit different, but I'm starting at number 5, which is Baby Driver. Number 4, I'm going with The Big Sick because that has been getting a lot of buzz recently. The marketing has been crazy for that. And considering all the reviews, I think it's going to be a comedy that people actually go out and go see. And it's going to just barely inch above Baby Driver. And then Despicable Me 3, while it hasn't been doing Despicable Me 2 numbers, it's still a force to be reckoned with in the family section. So it's doing more along the lines of Despicable Me 1. But that's still going to do great. So that's going to be up there. Then Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, I can't say anything more than that. It's Spider-Man Homecoming. It's going to do really well. But then we have War for the Planet of the Apes, which is coming at number 1. But it's probably not going to make that much more than Dawn did. The hype is still here. I think it's going to make just barely a bit more. I have it at 73 because Spider-Man Homecoming is going to probably take a majority of that box office away. Because last time when Dawn came out, Age of Extinction was there, but that was on its third week. So there is more competition now than there was then.
That is true indeed. Kristen, your predictions.
All right, so 5, I've got Baby Driver, which I hope continues to do well, and eventually I'll see it.
It's so good, guys.
Keep doing well, because eventually I'll see it in theaters.
It's really good.
Number 4, I have Big Sick, which I also hear really good things about, so keep doing well, because eventually I'll see you in theaters. Number 3, I have Despicable Me 3. 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming, and 1 is The War for the Planet of the Apes, which I have doing 68. I think that there's enough competition out there with family films and Spider-Man that it's going to do well, but not great.
All right, so it seems that 3 of us have the exact same list, except for the number 4 War for the Planet of the Apes, because I fully agree with Kristen and Manning on these lists. So it's just a question of how much is War for the Planet of the Apes going to make? Now I can totally Price is Right Manning and say 74, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say 70. I'm going to say 79 million for War for the Planet of the Apes. So we'll see how it goes next week. And now I give it over to me for the next segment of our show.
Okay, guys. So the next segment, we're going to be doing our Spider-Man Homecoming spoiler talk. So if you have not seen Homecoming, this is your time to stop watching the live show, mute it, do whatever you have to do, because I know...
Spoiler hands.
Yeah, spoiler hands. All right, so I guess I'm going to give you guys a 10-second countdown before we go into our talk. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoiler time.
Michael Keaton is the father of Liz, which is the love interest. Fuck you if you have not switched it off yet.
All right.
I thought you were just going to end on Michael Keaton is the father. I'm like, congratulations.
To try to maintain some semblance of order, I'm just gonna go around and give everyone just a couple of minutes to just explain their feelings on Homecoming. I'm gonna start with Kristen. What did you think about this movie?
I really, really liked it. I probably liked it more than I think I'm seeing a lot of other people say. I have it at about a 4, maybe 4.75 out of 5. Like, solid movie. One of the better Marvel movies I've seen in a while. And it really hit like that right comedy spot for me. But I didn't hear a lot of other people laughing as much as I did during the movie. So I was the annoying person, laughing way too loud at all the jokes. But yeah, I enjoyed... Yeah, that's unusual, right? I don't laugh at anything. No, I really enjoyed the comedy of it. Tom Holland was fantastic as Spider-Man when he got to be Spider-Man, and I think that's my biggest issue with the film is that he doesn't get to be actual Spider-Man all that much. And I know the purpose of the film was to show his growth and that it's not a typical like first entry movie. In any respect, he's already established, but I would have liked to see him do something more. I thought that the fighting was a little anticlimactic in spots and that he didn't have a chance to really prove himself as, Spider-Man. It left me a little wanting, but overall, I really loved this movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
Manning, give us your thoughts on Homecoming.
I'm definitely one of those people that Kristen was missing. That I like it. I don't love it. Actually, this little guy right here is on my computer, just sitting. I'm a very huge Spidey fan. I've been so since I was little. Grew up on the animated series, some of the comics, the video games, so good, and then the original Raimi movies I really loved. But so maybe that was clouding my judgment, and I was very, very nitpicky when I was going into it. But the first time that I saw it, there was something missing for me. And maybe that was me trying to project my fandom into it. But it was very shallow film in comparison to what could have been. It was a fun time. I had a great time. I laughed a lot like a maniac. There were some great jokes in there. And there were some great performances. Tom Holland is perfectly cast for Spidey and for Peter Parker. He's this great combination. Ned is great. Michelle is great for what little we have of her. And of course, Michael Keaton as Adrian Toomes the Vulture is also another highlight. And I love Donald Glover, the little role that he had as the guy's name who later comes the Prowler. Can't remember, but I'm really enjoying what we have so far. But oh hey, look who's here!
Well.
Here comes
Mom's come to
well.
check in on the
Did
kids.
everybody miss me? Did
No.
everybody miss the
No.
boss?
No.
I'm back.
Mm.
Oh,
We've
God
been having fun.
Oh,
Very much
yes.
fun.
Yes, we have, sir.
Well, as you
Manning,
guys-
was that
Sorry, go
everything you had on Homecoming?
Oh, I was just going to add on that, yeah, I'll expand on it later, but I definitely really enjoyed it. There's some nitpicks that I had, and it's very surface level, sadly, to me. It lacked a lot of emotional depth that I was hoping, but that's just me, my expectations as a fan. But it's really good. I'd recommend people go see it.
Okay, Chris, you just joined us. We're talking Homecoming, so what are your
Perfect timing.
thoughts on this? And you look like you're ready to give us your
Yes.
Stardust reaction, so...
Well, yes, guys. If you guys saw it, I actually am just starting to get into that whole thing. It's weird, but
Chris is blowing my ears out.
oh, of course I am. Sorry, I'll try to talk a little more quietly then. The thing with so I saw Spider-Man: Homecoming last week, and I wanted to love this movie. Now, don't misunderstand me.
Ethan, you hate
It's
it.
it's actually really good. It is a so well-made movie. And I give it credit in 3 departments. 1, Tom Holland. He is phenomenal in this movie. 2, they don't kill off Keaton. Oh, that made me so happy because I swear to God, if we were going to get another Godspeed Spider-Man, if we were going to get another one of those scenes, I was going to be pissed.
Yeah.
But no, we kept Adrian Toomes alive, and I appreciate that. 3, the comedy actually worked.
Mm-hmm.
Because this very quickly could have derailed into a really bad, this could have turned into Fan-4-stick in terms of the comedy. Sorry for the lights, guys. I'm currently in a parking lot in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm on vacation, but I figured, what the hell? I'm gonna take my vacation time and come talk to you guys about Spider-Man because there's a lot to say. The one element I will say I actually was very disappointed in, the score.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Sorry, guys. It did not do it for me. But outside of that, where I definitely feel like I already got the homeless guy talking to me. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, and that is Chris's mom actually interrupting our live stream right now.
Chris's mom.
Yeah.
Homeless guy.
That's the price I pay for being on vacation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Just
All
hang
right.
out with the homeless.
All right. I guess I gotta go and protect my mom from homeless people. So
No problem.
Do your duty.
All right,
Yeah,
bye-bye,
yeah.
Chris.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
See you later, man.
Still, guys, go see it. Loved it. And by the way, Currents, see War for Planet of the Apes.
Here.
Bye.
This has
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Currents. You're on the
Yeah,
spot.
Kurt.
All right, Kees, what are your thoughts on Homecoming?
I may be the one who loved this movie the most out of all of us. Like, are you guys heathens? This movie was fucking awesome. Are you kidding me?
I gave
Christ.
it a good score.
She
Settle down.
Yeah. Still, fuck you guys. You hated this movie. Nah, just kidding.
totally hated it. Totally hated it.
This is what the internet will throw at you for saying it's not the greatest thing of all time. But seriously, I love this movie. The only thing I was kind of disappointed with was action. Sometimes it was really choppy and shaky cam at some times that it took me out of the movie. But I think Tom Holland nailed Peter Parker and Spider-Man, which is the first actor to nail both of them.
Yes.
Because Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker, but not a great Spider-Man. And Andrew Garfield was not a great Peter Parker, but was a good Spider-Man. The first one to actually nail both of them, and was like, God damn, we finally have it. Was that hard? That we actually have a kid, an actual kid, not a 30-year-old playing a kid. Seriously, this movie was great. And I like the score a lot. I did think there was some emotional depth with Liz going on. That was a good story, I think, especially like if you're in high school at the age of like 15 or 16, you do a crush. It's like I totally got that because I had that when I was at that age. So yeah, that was cool. That is the nice thing about Spider-Man. Like he's a relatable character. And they made him very relatable in this movie, and I haven't had that since the first Spider-Man movie. So that was awesome. And yeah, really, my only complaint was the action scenes sometimes. Other than that, loved it. So yeah, that's really all I can say for now. Matt, what are we going to next? Talk about anything.
So let me start this off by saying this is a wonderful movie. I suggest if you have not seen Spider-Man Homecoming or you know someone who hasn't, tell them to go and see it. It's a great movie. But I have some issues with it that are kind of big, and this is coming from a huge Spider-Man fan. And my biggest problem can be summed up in 2 words: Uncle Ben.
Yes.
Uncle Ben is the most important thing to Spider-Man. And the fact that he was not mentioned, the notion of it wasn't there. And for those of you who don't know, Uncle Ben is the whole reason why Spider-Man does what he does. It's the reson why he becomes Spider-Man.
We've seen it twice in a live-action Spider-Man movie.
But Uncle Ben is an important. It be like taking the Waynes out of a Batman movie. Then Batman's just some crazy guy wearing a bat suit for no reason. Like it. This Spider-Man, I enjoy Tom Holland. I thought he did a really good job. He's definitely the best teenage Peter Parker we've had. But he kind of was just doing this to impress the Avengers, and I guess that's fine, but that's not Spider-Man to me. Spider-Man to me is someone who, with great power comes great responsibility. The first Spider-Man story ends with his uncle being murdered because he had the chance to stop this guy and didn't. And he has to carry that for the rest of his life. We don't know anything about that. And you can say, oh, well, people know because we had 2 Spider-Man movies. But this is a new Spider-Man. And the fact that it's not mentioned, I mean, I don't care how Uncle Ben was killed. I don't care if he's shot by a robber. I don't care if the Chitauri murdered him. But the fact is, Spider-Man is supposed to lose Uncle Ben. And we get one kind of moment where Peter's like, oh, I can't do this with everything that Aunt May is going through. And you can kind of take it as that. But like, and the worst part is they had the perfect moment, which is when his friend finds out
I think we just lost Matt. Your internet is cutting out, I believe.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because we just lost everything you said just now. So repeat, please.
What was the last time you guys heard me say?
It was. I'm trying to think of the last thing I heard you say.
You just finished the fact. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you were just talking about how, the last time we had seen, like the perfect moment in the movie, and then you
Oh,
kind of
okay,
cut out
okay.
when you were
Okay.
talking about that.
So
Yeah,
the
sorry.
perfect moment is when he's talking to his friend when he just becomes Spider-Man. Now, Peter says in the movie he's a sophomore, and so we can assume that Uncle Ben died either a year or maybe 2 years ago. This is probably a friend he's had already. So think about how great a scene would have been where he tells his friend, "You want to know how my Uncle Ben really died?" And he says it, and we don't have to see a flashback. It could just be that would have been a great scene for Tom Holland to act. And that, to me, was the thing that I hated because it wasn't Spider-Man to me. It was well acted and it had the thing, but that you're taking away an important thing. It'd be like if in the first Michael Keaton movie, Batman movie, I know it's funny because Michael Keaton is in this movie, but if he never mentioned his parents being killed.
Parents, yeah.
It's just an important part. I love this movie. I think it is in the top 3 Spider-Man movies. I think Amazing Spider-Man and the first Sam Raimi one are better, but that's just my own personal belief. I do think the action scenes, like you guys were saying, a little lackluster. That ending confrontation just didn't do it for me, but Michael Keaton is the saving grace of this movie. He is, not that he needs the same grace, but I just mean he is the best part of this movie, and I'm so glad he's alive. I want to see him come back. So now that we have... So now we have given our initial thoughts. Now this is just sort of talk about what you want to talk about.
I do want to say that I do not fucking care for 1 second that Uncle Ben is not in this movie because simply we've seen it twice before. They did it great in the first Spider-Man movie because that was the first time we saw it on screen. And this is me as a movie fan and not a comic book fan because I've never read a single Spider-Man comic in my life. And I bet that like 90% of the people who watch Spider-Man Homecoming are like me. We've seen the first 3 Spider-Man movies. We've seen the second... we've seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and it's like for all us movie fans, we've seen Uncle Ben die twice. The first time it was great. The second time, in my opinion, just was not great at all because we've already seen it, and I'm like, I don't want to see Uncle Ben die again. That is why I thought the way they did it in Homecoming, perfect. Don't even mention him. I don't care. This is a different interpretation of the story because it's needed because we've seen it twice already. So that's my reasoning for being totally fine with not having Uncle Ben.
I have 2 points. I have 2 points. One to agree with you and one to rebuttal. My sister, who actually went to see with me opening night as well, you can see a pattern. I only have one person to go with the movies.
You're pathetic.
But okay. But as I was saying, yes. But as I was saying, the first point. There goes my pop. The first point is when she saw it and when we both saw it. She loved it more than I did. She didn't have that connection to Spider-Man as I did. So I came in obviously with, not rose-colored glasses, but some type of expectation on my mind. So that point still stands. I do agree with that. People who don't have a knowledge of Spider-Man in and of themselves are probably going to be like, this is a fun movie. And it was. To counteract that, however, as well, too, yeah, we don't need to see Uncle Ben literally die again in this one. But the fact we don't even have any mention, to me, felt there was a Uncle Ben-shaped hole. Because it's kind of like Batman not even like looking at a picture of his parents, not even like acknowledging their death, and that's kind of what makes Batman Batman. He's doing this because of what it is. I just want some acknowledgement that he died. Maybe when Peter was like, I lost the internship, and then Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, who was severely, what's the word, underused in this, and just kind of thrown in for almost a joke. For like, because she's hot, and I'm like, it was a disservice to the character. But I know some people who like that because they're not huge Spider fans. But that's another conversation we'll get to later. But there, it could have had the point where she was actually saying, "I miss Uncle Ben" or something along those lines, just to have an emotional punch. And that's where I said there was lacking in that regard because it has some great moments where like, oh, cool, I remember that high school. That's really fun. That's really cool. And like, oh man, I do wish being single in high school and all that jazz. I remember that, but there was no. Wait, maybe that's something I'm looking at for Marvel films going forward as well too. There's lacking an emotional weight that the previous Spider-Man films had onto them, and that's me having expectations going in. But Spider-Man is much more than just a joke and like some really fun scenes, and that's what made me relate to him a lot. But I understand your point of people who don't have that love for that character going in, but that's just my 2 cents.
Who do we go to next?
I can talk a little bit. I guess I agree with you guys a little bit that I think that the emotional connection to his character is stronger in the other films. But I think that there were moments that evened it out. So he wasn't just a character. There were moments where he was talking to Tony Stark where you could see that he hadn't had a very strong father figure in his life for a long time. Like, we don't know when this Uncle Ben died. Not really. And we don't know how he died. Not really. And so when we saw him interact with Tony, we saw that kind of, I'm looking up to you. I'm seeing you as a father figure. I need you to be this for me. And he wasn't really getting that from him. And it was kind of heartbreaking. There were a couple scenes where it was like, that's emotional depth right there. That is storytelling without directly saying, exposition. And I think that's fantastic. I think they did that very well. There was another scene where him and Aunt May were talking, and they could have kind of probably put in some exposition about Uncle Ben in that scene. And I think they didn't. And I don't have a problem with that either, because I think that there was something like emotional there that told the story without saying it in words. And I appreciate that about the movie, that they were able to not just expound exposition at us, but let us kind of imagine a little bit about what the story was, about what their backstory was, without just getting details. Because I think the details could have bogged this movie down and made it not as fun pacing, because the pacing of this movie is what really, really did it for me, because this was the most fast-paced Marvel movie I have ever watched. Like, it was
probably since Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I think it was better pacing than Guardians of the Galaxy. For me, like, I thought it just, there were some parts that were a little slower, but then, man, they got right back into it, and it just kept hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. And even the parts that could have felt long, there were things that they did in them to make it drive forward, and they told the jokes. And I think that the way they did the storytelling in this was different than how they've done it in any other Marvel movie. And that's what I think I like the best, is just they paced it almost like it was a cartoon, and it worked so well. And the humor worked so well with that filmmaking style. And yeah, I also was one of those people who didn't date in high school. So I also really connected to this group of like loner outcasts. And I think a lot of people will, because I think that's a lot of people who are seeing this movie. And I just think that there's things that they did that worked so well to tell the story without telling the story.
No, that's completely fair. Again, you guys have to realize I'm coming at this as a huge Spider-Man fan since I was a kid. I've seen like every movie, read multiple iterations of the comics. Judging it just as movie, I mean, it's fantastic. It's a great movie. I mean, my favorite scene in this movie is Peter. He's getting ready for the dance. He goes, knocks on the door. Damn, there's Vulture there. And for a second, I thought they were doing the same thing they did in the first Sam Raimi, when he picks up the phone and it's, can Spider-Man come out and play? Where I was like, oh my God, he knows he's Peter. Oh my God, he knows he's Spider. And then, no, he's the dad of the girl he's into. And I was like, whoa, that was great. That's the whole scene.
For some
you
reason,
feel that awkwardness, and it's great.
Yeah, for some reason, I did not see that coming. And usually I'm good at picking stuff in movies because I've seen a lot, and it's like, oh, yeah, this and that, and I didn't see coming. But in this case, it was like, I legit did not see that coming, and it was really surprising.
Great twist.
It was
a great twist.
Yeah, I only saw it coming because of they released like, guess what? Adrian Toomes is actually Michelle's father. I'm like, oh wow, it's gonna be Michelle's father. Cool, I didn't know that because I read the spoiler. Cause, I'm weak. But then again, the report apparently was wrong, but right at the same time. So that was a big throw off in my regard. So that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. I mean, and then it leads to like such a great conversation in the car after he drops them off at the dance, where he's just like,
So tense.
I will do anything to protect my family. If you get in the way, I will kill you. You're like, okay, this is why Michael Keaton is a great actor, because like that is scary. Like, I know he pulls out the gun, but to be honest, you didn't need to pull out that gun.
Yeah.
I'd be scared enough just by the way he looks at Tom Holland and just delivering that. And he's the type of, like, I would definitely rank him in the top 5 of the MCU villains, because
easily
you understand where he's coming from. Like, he is doing bad things, but he has. It's kind of like Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, where it's like, yeah, he's a villain, but you kind of see where he's coming from. He is tormented, or even Sandman, Spider-Man 3, where you're like, yeah, he's doing bad things, but he kind of has a good reason. It's just, just a great character. I'm really interested to see how they use him going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you guys think of Iron Man and his sort of place in this story?
Perfect. I mean, that he was essentially the Uncle Ben of this story, like being a little bit of a father figure, helping out Peter with whatever the hell Peter's doing. And it was not Iron Man 4. Everyone was thinking, oh my God, it's got to be Iron Man 4. Tony Stark is going to be in it. Fuck you. It was not. He was in it for like 3 minutes. He had like the same screen time Darth Vader had in Rogue One. That is not a lot. I mean, he was in it for the perfect amount of time, and it was needed to tie it into the rest of the MCU, and it did continue the plot of this movie for the better. It did not drag it down. It was just well used, and I was very happy to be it. And I was, speaking of happy, I was very happy with Happy himself, because he was in this movie, and he was used perfectly. I mean, Jon Favreau character is just great.
Yes.
Manning,
Happy.
Manning. What do you think of it? Oh, Iron Man Happy.
Iron Man, just like you, perfect amount. Because the marketing was like, wow, they're gonna be in a lot of this movie, but they were just kind of like getting us hyped for it. So in that sense, I understand. But he was in it just the right amount for both Iron Man and Happy. So
yeah, Spider-Man was in it quite a lot. Yeah,
just the right amount too. But also had a nice cameo from Pepper. Was a nice little fun thing. I really enjoyed. I'm like, oh, I miss Pepper now. So that reminded me that, and that entire subplot, and maybe that's also back on the idea of like how that was his Uncle Ben. Maybe that's why I was sorry, because I was like, that's not his Uncle Ben. That's not Uncle Ben. So I got upset in that regard. But again, fan of me. Moving along though, Happy. I want more Happy in the MCU, because I feel like, when's the last time we saw him?
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, yeah. And even then, he wasn't really in it a lot. He was there in the beginning, then he gets put in the coma.
And then he's at the very end.
And at the very end. But most of the story is taken out. And I thought it was a smart idea to use Happy as kind of the liaison between Tony. And because it makes sense that, like, Tony Stark is really busy. Why would he waste his time taking phone calls from Peter? Like, of course Happy would be doing it. Kristen, do you have any more thoughts to add on Iron Man in the movie?
I think that everyone already said my thoughts. I mean, I think
Sorry.
We're thieves.
Guys, you jerks. No, I think that
from us.
the role that they gave Tony, I thought was good, because he wasn't just a cameo, and he wasn't just there so that Iron Man could be in the film. I think they gave him a real purpose to be in the film, but they did not overdo it. I think that was perfect. I loved Happy in the film. There should have been 10% more Happy. 10% more Happy.
10%.
Criticism from Kristen. 10% more Happy.
Let's make it 12% for the ones who watch the MCU movies. You'll get the reference.
Okay.
I see what you did there. So, we're just saying Happy was having 12% of the moment.
Exactly.
Yes,
he got it.
I got it. It's a great
Okay, fine.
Okay.
12% to make you happy.
Ah, I get that.
Okay, but yeah, I think they used them well. They utilized the characters well. They made it so that it tied in within the universe without making it feel like another Captain America Civil War where it was basically Avengers 5 or whatever.
3.
I
2.5.
know.
2.5. 2.5.
I'm joking. Okay.
Avengers Light.
I missed. Yeah.
It felt a lot like an Avengers movie, okay? But it didn't have to be Iron Man 3.5, and it easily could have been. And I think they just used the character just the perfect amount. They used Happy, maybe a little bit less than I kind of wanted him to be in, but I think that his character is awesome. So I'm glad to see him in there some more.
True, indeed.
Yeah. So I talked about what my favorite scene in the movie was. What, besides the car scene, what was your favorite scene from Homecoming, guys? That's what I'm wondering.
Can I go first? I have mine off right off the bat. The homage to Amazing Spider-Man 33 when he was literally underneath the rubble and trying to lift it off. That got my little nerd heart all excited, and I adored every single moment we had with that. Because that's the moment when I'm like, yep, Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man, because he managed, because I was literally about to start crying right at that moment. So I'm like, he sounds like he's physically in pain. Oh my goodness, we should help him. Oh wait, it's a movie. Yeah, duh. Because that was probably the strongest moment of acting right there, and made me really connect to the character. And I love that because it was ripped straight out of the comics, and that made my little geek heart happy.
All right, I'll go next. I really liked the first moment that Peter hacked into his suit and he took off the like parental lock or something.
Training wheels.
Training wheels.
The training wheels, and he had all the options available, and he's learning how to cope with the suit from that point on. Because as much as people crap on the suit having way too many abilities, I loved it because it made sense. It's an Iron Man suit, so of course it's going to have a shit ton attack. And I love the tech that's on it, and him trying to figure out, like, how do I use my web shooters? There are like 500 abilities on this thing. Oh, it's like, it was just great to have that.
Karen.
There are Karen.
Karen was great.
That was
great.
I hope she is back in the next movie. That was just great. Like when he's stuck in the room and he's just talking to her. Like when he's
that was a great moment.
Good.
And Kristen, what is your favorite scene from Homecoming?
There's so many good moments. You guys have touched on some of the emotional stuff, so I'll go with the one kind of Spider-Man scene that worked real well for me, and it was when he was saving them in the Washington Monument. I thought that was the best Spider-Man action in the movie. Just the way, I mean, he was still learning the suit. He learned quick how to break the window. He used his intelligence to do that, and I just thought that it was the best Spider-Man action we got in the whole movie. And I mean, it was just fantastic. I wish more of the action had been like that, where he was using the suit and his intelligence and his natural powers all at once, because I think the other action scenes felt a lot like he was just using one and not the other, or two and not the third. But yeah, I just loved it. It was so good.
I mean, I guess the question to ask, now that we have 3 Spider-Men, is Tom Holland the best? Or who is the best Spider-Man to you?
No, it's Tom Holland for me. I mean, it was Tobey Maguire. Simply, I did not at all like Garfield whatsoever. I did like Tobey Maguire quite a lot, but still, there was something lacking, and I think Tom Holland nailed both of the characters, both Spider-Man and Peter Parker. So yeah, Holland. I already had that feeling with Civil War, with his little cameo, like already showing, he's probably going to be really good. And then, he showed it in this movie. So that's it.
Manning seems a deep thought, so I'll go to Kristen.
Okay, so here's my thoughts. Maguire was a great Peter Parker. Garfield was a great Spider-Man. Holland is both. I mean, he is a great Peter Parker and he is a great Spider-Man. I don't know that I would say he's the best of either. I need to see more of him for me to make that judgment, because I've seen more of Garfield. I've seen more of Tobey in these roles. And so to me, I think he fits both packages better. But I don't know that I would say he's the best yet. Let's give him another film. Let's give him some more character development. Then maybe I'll make that call.
I don't need to go into much more depth to that, because Kristen basically helped me in my warring head, because I was like, my head says Holland, but my heart says Maguire. But then again, you mentioned the part how it's like he's this perfect mixture of both, maybe not excelling in one, but excelling in the other. But he found this beautiful, happy medium. That's probably where I stand right now. I need like one more movie from him to see how he can handle just a bit more emotion and maybe just like a bit more comedy. I need him to wear the shoes or wear the web shooters just a bit more before I make a final decision. Because at the moment, it's Maguire for me personally because of what he means to me growing up. But objectively, at this moment, Holland. But I need one more to solidify that.
For me, it's Andrew Garfield. That is the Spider-Man that I grew up with. That was the Spider-Man the comics when I started to read the comics. I read when Peter was in college and when he was a little bit older, and he captured that for me in the same way that, Chris Reeves, the first time I saw his Superman movie, I was like, that's Superman, But yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm really interested to see the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland to see, okay, so we've seen him in a little cameo. We've seen him now as lead. Okay, how is he in the next one? And I mean, I guess that can lead to the conversation of Homecoming. I mean, it's not going to be called Homecoming 2, I hope, but a sequel. What would you guys want to see? Any villains? What would you want to see out of a sequel to Homecoming?
Spider-Man Prom.
No. It needs to be Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Winter Formal, and then Spider-Man Prom.
I didn't go.
You mean Spider-Man Graduation, because that's how the final
Oh
one.
yeah, I guess
Graduate. Spider-Man. I don't know.
I think that the
Spider-Man Spring Break.
Spring
Break. Hey, what's up, guys? Spring Break.
Spider-Man. That was just kind of like. That would be great.
Okay. Back on track. Okay.
Kristen has something.
I have something to say. No, I don't know that I want to speculate too much, because what's been coming out about what the next movie is going to be is that it'll start very quickly after the next Avengers movie. Like the timeline is very, very much right on top of each other for these movies. So I don't know that I can speculate too much without seeing the next Avengers movie. I mean, there could be something that is, I mean, they wouldn't make the timeline so close together if it wasn't going to be connected enough, right?
To change the point, what would you like to see in a future Spider-Man movie? Is there a character that hasn't been done yet that you would want to see, or a storyline?
Sony's kind of pulling some of the characters that I want to see, because they've announced all these spin-off single movies. Like, did they do Black Cat or something? They announced a bunch of them, and I'm like, oh damn, that would have been good in this universe. Right now, I mean, like Kraven the Hunter, everyone always wants Kraven the Hunter, right?
Yeah, Kraven would be great. I just don't know how he would work in that's a difficult thing.
I don't think
know
he
how
would
Kraven
be
would work.
the fit for the next movie, but I would love to see him in a movie. But yeah, I don't know off the top of my head who I would put in there, because Sony's kind of ruining my life right now.
Yeah.
Sony tends to do that with Spider-Man fans.
It failed us. It failed the city.
Manning, you seem to be a pretty big Spider-Man fan. Is there anything you want to see out of a future Spider-Man film?
Picture this. But let's say that Sony wasn't going to do a Venom movie. They shouldn't, but let's say they weren't. Infinity War has just ended, or the fourth one, whatever they're going to call it, has just ended, and there have been some casualties, or during that time, maybe they've been exploring the stars, or something has gone galactic. During that time, the symbiote has gotten a hold of Spider-Man during maybe the fourth one, so it changed him a bit. But then maybe, because they're in space, that happens. But then after the second one comes on, you know, you might have gotten rid of it, or something along those lines, we introduce Eddie Brock and do him right. I don't know how, but just do him right for the character instead of knock off Mark Ellis or something we had in the previous one.
So Grace.
Yeah, we shall not speak his name. Because Venom is my favorite, next to Doctor Doom, my favorite villain, because he's actually, speaking of villains, he and Spider-Man just kind of sit on my desk because I love them so much. But I want them to be done right, and I want Venom to be in the next one, and then maybe then he can have like his own spin-off after he becomes Venom Lethal Protector or something along those lines.
You should write for just you give your ideas, feed them to the movie studio.
Who do I send it to? Who do I send it to?
Just do it.
Yes, you can.
City ads at Sony.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't listen to. If they don't listen to Feige, they won't listen to it.
Maybe not. I don't know. Kees, yourself, what would you like to see in a future Spider-Man Homecoming sequel?
Or which is I just trust Marvel to do the right thing because they've also always done it. So that's it.
No, that's completely fair. For me, I mean, I would love to see Venom. Of course, I mean, they did Vulture, which is a villain that I really wanted to see for a while, but I want to see them do Sandman, but have him be the main villain of the movie, because Spider-Man 3, he was done great. The problem was he was like a part of a lot of stuff going on in that movie. I just want it to focus on just him, because he is a great character. He's a great challenge for Spider-Man, and it's something I would love to see them do. I mean, I know it probably can happen, but even seeing Thomas Hayden Church come back and reprise his role, I wouldn't be okay with them giving him a second shot.
One thing that I really hope that they would do in the future, like, have you guys ever watched Spectacular Spider-Man? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, well, in Spectacular Spider-Man, they did a really cool thing of introducing the villains before they had powers in some episodes. So maybe start building those villains up like as small-time criminals. Have Flint Marko there, just, you know, be a small-time criminal. Actually see him grow and progress.
They had they had Scorpion in this one.
And they had Shocker. So.
Yep. And Shocker. But they're kind of setting up, but I can't see Scorpion being the main villain in the next movie either. So
nope.
Do a better job.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, so we've been talking Spider-Man for a while, so we're just gonna start wrapping this up. Is there any final points anyone would want to make on Homecoming?
No, I can't really think of anything, to be honest.
All right, yeah, that's
great.
fine. All right,
so final points, unless we want to get into like this larger discussion. But
yeah,
we got it.
So guys, for everyone who was away, you can come back. We are now done with Homecoming talk. No more spoilers. Spoiler ban is back on. We are not talking about spoilers. What we're going to do, we're going to be moving on to the last part of the show, which is going to be a game that has become a favorite here on the live show, which is 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Now, I don't remember the exact rules, so Kees, I'm going to turn to you, buddy. I hope you...
The rules for this are simple. You name an actor who was in a movie with another actor. That actor is for the next person who will say that actor was in a movie with another actor, and it goes on until someone can think of who was in a goddamn movie, or can think of an actor who's been in another movie. Only one film per franchise. So if you say Scarlett Johansson in Avengers with Iron Man, that makes the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe out of the question. So that's fun always. And
If you mention a movie with Kevin Bacon in a Lifeline,
if you say a movie with Kevin Bacon, then you get an extra life that round. So if you then get stumped one, the round goes on, and you can come back in the next round. In the same round,
you don't have to wait for the next round.
Indeed. And I didn't have my video on myself during that explanation. Yay me! I suck at directing sometimes. I'm sorry for that.
Okay, everyone.
We all wanted to see Matt. We just all wanted to look at Matt. That's really what it is.
He contemplated and listened intently.
Yes.
All right, so let's see. I think the order will start. We'll go Manning to Case, to Kristen, to me. Is everyone good with that?
I'm okay with it.
Let's do it.
All right, so Manning, when you're ready, start it off.
So I pick a movie or a person, an actor, I should say.
A person
an
from a
actor in a movie that was
An actor
with
in a
another
movie.
actor, actress.
Okay.
Who
Jake
was in what
Gyllenhaal.
movie?
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal in Zodiac. Which one do I want to pick? RDJ.
RDJ was in Tropic Thunder with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation with Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg was in World's End with Martin Friedman.
Martin Freeman was in.
You can do it.
I had the movie in my head, and then just Martin Freeman was in The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug with Ian McKellen.
With Patrick Stewart.
In what movie? Sorry, you broke up.
X-Men with Patrick Stewart.
That's what I was gonna think about too. Damn it. Okay.
Patrick Stewart.
Okay. I'm thinking of a Patrick Stewart movie. Settle down.
Well, get on
it. Patrick Stewart was in Green Room with Anton Yelchin.
Anton Yelchin was in Star Trek with Chris Pine.
Chris Pine was in Into the Woods with Anna Kendrick.
What?
He was.
Anna Kendrick.
Very good.
Trolls with Justin Timberlake.
Ooh.
Oh, damn it, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, he's in a really good movie. You can think of this.
Yeah, there's one movie I'm thinking of.
It's a big one.
Jeez Louise. He was in...
Question, while she's thinking, are we supposed to get back to Jake Gyllenhaal or just keep going until someone loses?
Just going until I lose.
Okay.
He was in The Social Network with... God dang it!
5.
That's
4.
What's his name?
3, 2, 1.
Armie Hammer.
Kristen is out.
Armie Hammer. I said Armie Hammer when you said 1. I swear to God.
Wash my hands.
Guys, what do we do with this?
I don't know. I'm gonna say Case was Time Lord on that, so I'll bow to your judgment on it, Case.
I didn't hear Armie Hammer until after I called 1. So sorry, Kristen, you're out.
That was way too close for me to say.
Too bad. So sad. What a good time would have had. Matt.
Justin Timberlake was in The Social Network with Jesse Eisenberg.
He was.
That's the only movie I can think of with Justin Timberlake.
Trouble with the Curve.
Says I'm still in. Okay, sorry.
Oh, who says you're still in?
Crystal Dream. Thank you for representing. I love you. Sorry.
Manning. Jesse Eisenberg.
Okay, anyway, Jesse Eisenberg is in Now You See Me with Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. We didn't have MCU yet. Yay. Mark Ruffalo was in The Avengers with Chris Evans.
Chris
Good
Evans.
luck, math.
Chris Evans was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World with Michael Cera.
Michael Cera was in Michael Cera was in This Is the End with Seth Rogen.
Ooh, good pull.
Seth Rogen was in Neighbors
I don't know what
2
else
with
was.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron was in High School Musical 3 with Vanessa Hudgens.
No! Oh, that's
That's really fucking nuts.
Vanessa Hudgens was in Spring Breakers with James Franco.
Oh god.
Oh,
You are getting some
James
good
Franco
pulls.
was in Spider-Man with Kristen Dunst.
Kristen Dunst was in Jumanji with Robin Williams.
Oh, well, that's a
good
moment
one.
of silence. Moment of silence. Robin Williams was in Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was in. Okay, I'm gonna kill you all. The Bourne Ultimatum with David Strathairn.
Wait, who?
What?
David Strathairn. Yeah, good luck with
David
that.
Strathairn. Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know one. I have a couple.
David Strathairn was in that movie with that guy. Screw you, Kate.
Are
No,
you
Manning.
Oh, you don't. Okay, David's that guy was in Good Night and Good Luck with George Clooney.
He was. Good
Oh,
one.
that's a great movie.
It's a very good movie.
George Clooney. Fuck.
Come on.
Oh no, of course.
people say
Was
that.
in Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, come on.
You act like that's a
Arnold-
hard one. You give
No,
him.
it's not. But I had to think about wait, okay, no, duh. Arnold Schwarzenegger
Come
was
on.
in
Get
Total
him.
Recall with Sharon Stone.
Ooh.
Oh fuck me.
Kees is like,
That could do it.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
Come on. There's one. There's a big one. Okay.
This
Manning.
game just kind of like devolved into me hoping that someone can beat Case.
and someone just did.
He's really good at it. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
no.
I've
it's-
had practice.
No offense.
But,
No offense.
fuck
Not that
no,
Case is really good at it. It's that Case has obscure actors that he saves and he
Yeah.
fucks all of us over.
that's
I'm
accurate.
surprised no one
Yeah.
said, or you didn't say Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct with Michael Douglas. That was a.
I haven't seen that
That's a good one.
movie.
Oh,
Wow.
it's good.
Get on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Anywho, Manning, you won that round, so start us off.
Yeah. Let's do one more.
Oh,
again-
okay.
again.
We're on. I started off. Okay.
Are we keeping the order the same or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
I don't want to be mean because I'm looking at a classical movie right here, but that might kill everybody, so I'm not gonna do
Do it.
that.
Do
I
it.
don't know, you're gonna kill me instantly. Just start off.
Right off the bat.
I'm gonna start. I'm
Well
gonna start off easy, and hopefully we can divulge there. Divulge there. That's not right English.
It's okay.
Anyway, we'll go with it. Okay. James Earl Jones is in Star Wars with Harrison Ford.
Ooh.
Harrison Ford is in
Start off easy.
no, I don't want to. Fuck. All right, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade with Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery.
Kristen is drawing a blank.
No.
She's just trying to
Don't-
shoot.
Which one?
I'm thinking of the issue is I'm thinking of so many Sean Connery movies right now, and I cannot focus on one movie. Okay, hold
10
on.
seconds.
No, don't time me. Okay.
Come on, you got this.
I
Come
can't.
on.
I cannot focus on one movie.
Go away from James Bond. Go away from James Bond.
And we're
No, I'm
going
trying. I'm trying.
5, 4,
All I can think of
3.
is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Wait,
With
wait.
2,
With?
1.
I don't remember.
Kristen is out.
Oh no!
Oh,
And that's too bad.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I need you.
Okay. Matt, Sean
Sean
Connery.
Connery was in The Rock with Michael Biehn.
He was indeed. Michael Bean.
I'm
Manning.
trying to remember.
There's
I
one
know,
really
I know.
easy one.
Oh, Michael. Wait, is it?
Michael Bean.
It's to you.
I know. Michael Bean in. And Aliens with Sigourney Weaver.
Yay!
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Sigourney Weaver was in Ghostbusters with Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis was in Little Shop of Horrors with Steve Martin.
Steve Martin was in Father the Bride with Martin Short.
Shit.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm out.
Martin Short was in The Prince of Egypt with Val Kilmer.
Stole mine. That's a good pull. It's a great pull.
You also could have done
Val Kilmer is. Wait, we didn't say. Yeah, Val Kilmer is in Top Gun with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is in Tropic Thunder with Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey is in.
All right.
He is in Dallas Buyers Club with Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner is in Draft Day with Kevin Costner.
Okay. Why am I blanking on movies with Kevin Costner?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am ashamed of myself. I am very ashamed.
But I can't say anything because I blanked on.
I will find him.
Oh, come on, Kees. He didn't even pick it up, so I guess it's fine.
He didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's so deep in thought.
Okay. What's it called? Dances with Oh no! Wait, no. Kevin Costner in Man of Steel with Henry Cavill.
Fine.
Oh, you fucking. Henry Cavill was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. with Armie Hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he the one in it? Yay.
Armie Hammer is in Free Fire with Sharkle Copley.
Who?
Whoa! What a
Sharkle Copley.
That's a good goal.
You just won.
Yeah.
I think
Filter
that we
Copley.
found a game here.
What?
Sharkle Copley from District 9 and
From
Elysium.
District 9. Elysium.
guy.
And he was in Hawker Henry last year. If anyone saw that movie.
Nope.
He was it. No, I did not see that movie.
All right, fair enough.
Man.
That's about a show.
Yeah, I think that's a show. I know it might be a little bit shorter, but we have a smaller crew, as you guys could see. But still a really fun show, guys. I hope everyone watching enjoyed it. So, Kristen, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Wait.
What?
There is something coming up. Because, Manning, you were just in a match. And you won pretty easily in that match. Spoiler alert for the tournament. All right. So Matt won his match in the tournament. And Kristen has got a match coming up. And in that match, she's actually going up against Manning. So, guys, we have them both on this show tonight. Do you guys have any words for each other? Manning, you first. You won your match.
Okay. Kristen, you're a wonderful human being.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're a great competitor. I'm assuming. I haven't seen much outside that one match. I saw that one match, so I'm sure you're gonna do great. I'm excited to go up against you. But if you can make it past the governor, then good job. You just burned down Woodbury. So, but I'm ready to take you down there. I can't say any disparaging words because you're too nice, but just know that it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. I can tell you that. If you can make it.
All right, Kristen, your thoughts on that match potentially coming up?
Well, if I can make it to that match without my dogs killing me. No, if I can make it past Corey, I think that I will have proved that I'm the luckiest contestant in the league. And who knows, if I am the luckiest contestant in the league, then I might have a shot. Although Manning has good knowledge of the things that I've been using against people. And that scares me because I can no longer use it against people. So, musicals, Manning knows very well, and he probably knows them better than I do. Which
let's not jump to conclusions.
I mean, I don't know. You've got some deep cuts, and I think you're legit. Have a chance to go very, very far, but we will see. Because I apparently am a lucky person. So if I continue my lucky streak and make it past my next match and actually get to face you, then we'll see you when we show up. But you're a nice person, so I can't smack talk you too much.
The smack talk.
I don't think I smack talked you at all. I said you're really good.
I know. I was waiting for I at least tried.
Kees,
no, I will. Hey,
we tried to make the nicest people in our league.
You're gonna lose, and you're gonna be really bad, and you probably smell horrible. F you.
All right. Before that goes out of hand. After those matches,
rein her in, guys. Rein her in.
Matches. We also have another match coming up with the other panelist on this show tonight, which is Matt Kearns. You're going up against one of the best heels in this league.
Yes.
Matt. Looking forward to that match.
One of the best heels in this league. Why? Because he do comments on videos and corrects people's grammars. That's what makes a good heel in our league. We must not have a lot of good heels.
Grammar Nazis are evil.
Listen,
grammar Nazis are evil.
They are evil, and you know what? You can call me Oscar Schindler because I'm gonna wipe out the grammar Nazis. All right. That's all I gotta say on that.
That's all you need to say on that.
That's all you need to say. I think that's a real mic drop moment there. All right, back to
right there.
I say it's so funny that Kees tried to make the two nicest people smack talk each other.
See, I can build myself up, but it's hard to.
It's like when we thought we were going to get smack talk from Mark Riley and Clark Wolf in their match. It's like, no, that's not going to happen.
You're a horrible. No, you're great. I can't.
You're horrible. I can. Give me a second, or give me till the match, if the match happens, and I'll come up with some nice smack talk.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
She'll work on it. I expect there to be much smack talk. You have to please use when you're fighting the governor. Please use some Walking Dead references because why not? That's great smack talk. Use that.
I love how Manning refers to himself in the third person with his nickname. He's like, when you fight the governor, which I'm not saying is me.
I'm not the governor.
He's not. That's Corey.
I'm the maelstrom.
That's Corey.
Yeah. Matt,
I remember
your nicknames.
I don't remember the nicknames. I remember the normal names of these people.
You suck.
I am the destruction of the Black Pearl and the Flying Dutchman at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean. Red World's End. I am that destruction.
It's late, and I have a splitting headache right now.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I had it coming in. Trust me.
There's too much smack talk for him. He can't handle it.
He can't handle it.
I can't handle it. That's my bad. I apologize to everyone in our league. I should probably start paying attention. I'm going to start calling people by their nicknames now, not their real names.
Don't do it.
Mm.
I'm going to change my nickname every time just to mess with you then.
Oh,
a girl needs no name.
She is
a girl has no name. She's a faceless girl.
She has no name.
Oh.
She is the faceless. She has no face.
Speaking of which, tomorrow, live watch along for the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones Season 6. Be sure to join us for that. It's going to be awesome. Battle of Bastards and the Winds of Winter. Yeah, it's going to be great. Join us for that.
Kees is going to be really happy. If you guys want to see happy Kees, watch that watch along tomorrow.
What?
I bet.
If you want to see happy Kristen, watch that tomorrow. There is nothing that makes me happier.
Oh my god, we get
watching
Kristen,
people just get slaughtered by
always
dragons.
Happy.
You have not
We're
seen
gonna
me at
super
work.
happy.
You have not seen me at work.
No, I haven't. And I hope I never do, because that would be weird, since you don't live anywhere by me.
It's like
Yeah, don't. What?
Exactly. All right, let's start wrapping up the show before we go really off the rails. So, Kristen, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on the Twitters or the Instagrams, and apparently also on the Stardust app, which is actually kind of cool. You should check it out if you haven't checked it out. All of my names are the same: Smith_K10, the number and not the word. That's it.
Manning, where can people find you? Thank you for joining. I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Tom of the Big Stick. Call back, guys. It's been so long. You can find me on Twitter at _Peyton if I ever do post something on Twitter. But yeah, that'll about be it. And you can see me at my next match fighting either this person over here. I can't point to her because we're not in the same room. Or you can fight
Fusion.
Fusion.
Ah!
Dragon Ball Z, dude. Come on. But this became. Never mind. You know what? You find me on the internet somewhere. I don't know.
Manning Franks, everyone.
Yeah.
Kees, where can people find you besides tomorrow?
They can find me as usual at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, the Dutch Movie Guy on YouTube. Check out my Planet of the Apes review that I did for Take 3, War for the Planet of the Apes review. It's up on the channel right now. And as I said, Game of Thrones watch along tomorrow. It's going to be great. See you guys next week. Matt.
And you can find me at Kearns_Matthew on Twitter, MattMovie611 on YouTube, and hosting the movie fandom show every Wednesday right here on Take 3. All right, I want to thank Kees and Kristen for being on the show. I want to thank our special guest, Manning. It's been a fun show, guys. We'll see you all next week. Probably going to be talking Comic-Con stuff because... Hey, Comic-Con is next week, so we're going to be getting a lot of stuff.
Wait, Comic-Con? What is that? I have no idea. I'm sorry.
What the heck is that?
What are you doing on here?
One more sarcastic comment had to get in before we end the show.
Of course.
Always has to be the one. All right, so thank you guys, and we'll see you again next week. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.